The problem we have in a tutorial like this is there are just so many devices we could be using, from mobile phones to tablets all the way through to your classic camcorders, and each device is different, so there's just no way I'm going to be able to show you sufficiently how to use each device. So this video is all about principles rather than actual technique. For the technique, you're going to have to do some learning, some digging, some finding out for yourselves. If you do have any specific questions, feel free to pop them in an email. My address is at the bottom of this webpage. So yeah, just fire me an email. I will try to answer as many questions as I get as possible. I can't promise that I'd be able to answer everything, but I'll give it my best shot. So yeah, this video is just principle on how to pick up a device and use that device to film a video tutorial. With smartphones, it depends on the phone. It's usually fairly easy. You would locate the camera app. For me, it's at the bottom there. You tap it, you would then find video recording mode. You would point at whatever it is you want to film. You'd hit the red button. You've got your footage, and then you'd hit it again to stop, and it would be saved to your phone's memory. So I've just pulled it up to watch. You've got your footage, So that's it with an iPhone. I've got here a Nokia Lumia, which is the phone that belongs to New Home. I'm just going to zoom out whilst I type the code. It's kind of hard to see what's going on the screen. It's so bright, unfortunately. But the video camera is there. Is it going to let me? Yeah, you can kind of see. So I'd tap that. I would then, when the camera loads, I would find video recording mode. It's going to be far too hard for you to see, but this little button here is a video camera symbol, so I know to press that, and it's in video mode. Then I pointed at whatever I wanted to film. I press that button to start recording. I would film whatever I wanted to film, press it again to stop, and that would be stored to the phone's memory. So it just depends on the device really, but the principle is the same with smartphones. Find your camera app, select video mode, press the record button to start recording, and then press it again to stop. That principle is fairly universal. The principle to shooting video on a tablet is very, very similar to on a mobile device. So you would locate your camera app. For us, it's conveniently here. You would tap it to load it up. You would then figure out how to shoot in video mode. For this device, it's fairly straightforward. You just press the little red button to start recording and the little square to stop recording, like so. So it depends on your tablet really, but it's an application normally, the camera, and it's fairly straightforward to find. It's normally a little trickier with a traditional camcorder because they've got all kinds of options on it. This one's fairly easy because there's a little symbol here that looks like a video camera, and next to it is a red button, so I figure if I press that, it's going to start recording video, and if I press it again, it will stop. On my camera though, for example, at the top here there's a wheel with lots of options that you'd have to circle and make sure it points to the camcorder. So it really depends on the camera as to how easy it is to shoot video. But with the New Home cameras, the Nikon Coolpix, it's dead straightforward. You press it on, and then when it's all loaded up, you press the red button to start recording, and the red button again, it's gone all blurry, to stop recording. So New Home guys watching this, bonus tip, use the Nikon to film your footage. What you're aiming to do here, recording video, is you're aiming to figure out what shots you're going to need to convey whatever it is you're trying to convey. So for example, we're filming a tutorial video on how to operate a person's toaster. So we've looked at the toaster, we've worked it out for ourselves. Sometimes they're so complicated. We've talked with our client and found out how they use the toaster already, where they struggle. We've identified some step-by-step methods to using the toaster independently. It's probably a good idea to write down how that's going to look on film. So first I need to film my client taking bread from the cupboard. Next I need to film my client putting the bread into the toaster. Next I need to film my client setting the toaster at the right level. Next I need to film my client pressing down the button. So you want to film all of those things as separate shots. So that's the general process of making a video tutorial. It's just taking lots and lots of different shots that create the story of how to do a certain task.